Hey everyone, it's Deja from knitandcrocheteverafter.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing some Annie's Kit Clubs. So what are Annie's Kit Clubs? Those are little clubs that you can join from Annie's, formerly known as Annie's Addict, if you've been around long enough, and they have tons of different clubs to choose from. So Annie sent me a few to look at and review, but there are so many more. So I'm doing, of course, knitting and crocheting, but they have sewing, they have handiwork, they have, like making your own soap, different wood crafts, tons of different options. I even kind of want some of those, like some other ones other than just knitting and crocheting, because they look really cool. But they went ahead and sent me a little variety. So I've already done the knit Afghan, where it was from the very beginning. They gave me blocks 1 through 3. There's a difference this time in this kit. So this one, they sent me 3 skeins of yarn, super cute colors. I like this combo. I probably would have never picked this combo on my own. So I like that it's a really pretty color. And this is the Seaside Sampler Afghan. So this one is actually having me do stripes 7 through 9. And if I look at the back of my pattern, you can see they're down here. And I feel like this one is a long kit. How many stripes does this thing have? It might be like a, month's worth, I guess. Like it kind of, with the knit Afghan, it was 3 blocks and this one's 3 stripes. So maybe it's like a 36 stripe blanket. But it's cool because if you look at it closely, you'll see that pretty much, I don't think any of the stripes are the same. I think it's different stripes completely throughout. So you get a really good kind of introduction to like lots of different stitches, lots of different techniques, and you end up getting a really pretty blanket. I love the colors in this. It's a very summery seaside. It's very pretty. So everything comes packaged, or at least it did for me. I'm thinking that it's going to come the same way for you, in a little baggie to keep everything nice. And the yarn looks to be the same as the other yarn for the knit blanket. It's a Premier anti-pilling, 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It's that nice soft squishy. This looks like a little smaller. So yeah, this one is only 153 yards compared. The other knit Afghan was about 200 yards each skein, so it's a little less, probably because the stripes are, going to use a little bit less yarn, even though crochet always takes more yarn. We spend way more money. We should be catered to. But the colors are very pretty. This one's called Spa. The yarn, I really like the feel of it. I think it's going to work really well for the crochet blanket. I had said before, with the knit blanket, you never know what you're going to get, because knit can be so stretchy that it's hard to make a blanket out of. So I think this will definitely be good for the crochet blanket. It's a medium worsted. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to do the stripes. So when looking at it, it gives you a picture of the stripes. And that is actually, okay, so this is all 3 stripes put together. And then you'll see down at the below, there's the first stripe. And then like each one is pictured so you can kind of see what it looks like, covering the pattern, just, to be nice. So each of the patterns look like to be a good 7. So, it's a stripe, it's not a row. So each stripe is anywhere from 7 to 8 rows of crochet, depending on what you're doing. I noticed that one of the colors is not here. So let's see, Harbor Spa and Cappuccino. So there's like a white creamy color that you can see in there. I'm trying to figure out if that's something that was from a previous kit, because you know, normally you would start at stripes 1 through 3, which you'll get. I got it, you know, to review, so I'm just going through a little bit to find out what this is. Okay, so it says small amount cream from previous kit. So just like in the knit kit, I was like, save your yarn. Same thing here. You'll end up having yarn left over, so you save it so that it can be used again down the line when you may need just like a little bit for one of these other stripes. So I'll just get some cream, like Vanna's Choice or something, since it's pretty close, and try that out. But it looks like there's some really good notes in here. It kind of helps to have you, it tells you kind of like how you can change your hook to fix things, how you can do this or that to make it match gauge. So it looks like it's a very helpful pattern, and it does have video tutorials. So if you are stuck on something, they have video tutorials. So I'll probably see if I can access that. I might need like some kind of code from, you know, if I'd actually purchased it, but I'll see if I can look at them. I'll let you know how good they are if I can get to them. So I'm gonna work on some of these stripes and show you kind of how the yarn works up, how I feel about it. Maybe I'll row it really hard and see if it pills at all. But I'll give you kind of a general overview of what I think about the kit after I do some of it. I made my project, and it was like a project. I did the width that it called for, 136 stitches across, and it's about the size of a twin blanket. It's very roomy, a good size throw, and I really enjoyed it. The stitches, some of them I know, some were new, kind of like this checkerboard was a new stitch for me that I've never done before. So it was challenging enough that I really enjoyed it. It will definitely, I think the videos will come in handy for somebody that's brand new to crocheting. If this is like your first project, I think the videos will be handy. I was not able to check them out because you have to be a paid subscriber, you have to have a login, and I don't. So I had to wing it and take a little extra time to make sure I was placing my stitches where they needed to go, but I figured it out in the end. So if you're not using the videos, I think you'll figure it out eventually, but those videos I think will definitely help. The yarn worked up really well. I like the texture and the stitch definition that I got out of this yarn. I used the gray from my previous knit kit project. I didn't want to substitute for a cream in another brand. I just kind of want to stick with all the same brand. But I did want to show you because I did throw my knit project through the washer and dryer constantly, and you can see it held up really well. I don't have any pilling on it. I have a little end that I need to cut off from my weaving end, but it's held up really well in the wash, so that anti-pilling really does work. So overall, I really enjoy this. I think this is a great project for crocheters that are kind of wanting nothing too huge, but something that you're going to have a really nice heirloom thing that at the end that you can kind of pass down, because these types of blankets last forever. That's why you always see them in the movies on the back of couches. So check out the link in the description. Let me know what you think. Post on my Facebook page if you finished one of these. I'd love to see. Tag me on Instagram. I would love to see all of it. Check out my description for all the links, and thank you for watching.